Okay, Beach Spectres Update 2. I've been working more on how to make the cutters, the big cookie cutter things that we need. They need to be big, they need to be quite deep, they need to be strong so they don't break. So last time I finally got access to the laser cutter at work and made some little wooden ones. I went back and thought I want to make one proper size. And also, particularly because it's making it bigger, I need to make it out of separate pieces so that they can sort of stack and tile in the bit of plywood I'm cutting out from, instead of having those massive wasted middle bits from the from each tile. So I had a go at that. I spent some time working out how to make a join. First guess was like a jigsaw, so I went for that, and here we go. I've got my first go. It's what's this? It's like 3mm, 6mm acrylic, stuck to my door. So that's the size it should be. My rather big hand fits quite nicely in the middle of it, and that worked quite well, except let's take these off. Whoosh. So there's the jigsaw join. That bit works fine, but the end did not work so well. It's starting to snap, and in fact the other bit, where is it? Actually did snap immediately. Just not strong enough. I'm really not sure how to design this so that the bits won't snap, because I'm going to have to make quite fine cuts. I learned all about leaving a tolerance for the width of the hole, the line the laser cuts. So that's a shame. So I've spent some time trying to work out how to make these. There's still the choice to make. Do we 3D print these in one piece? You need a really big 3D printer for that. I want to aim for about a 50 centimetre length across. I'm sure I could find one, but I don't really want to occupy one of those for ages. Or make it in several pieces. And then the question is, do I laser cut, 6mm is the biggest depth I could find, and stack those up? Or do I 3D print segments that are quite thick? I think I probably only want 20mm or something deep. We need to find out how deep it needs to be, but it's definitely more than 6mm. So I spent a lot of time, frustratingly, trying to model it in FreeCAD, trying to work out how to get these joins to work. Couldn't do it. FreeCAD kept crashing on me. Don't know. Tried OpenSCAD as well. Again, couldn't get my head around how to make these joins work, because the pieces come back. If it was just straight lines joining together, I could probably just about work it out. But these things are wavy, so I need to both make a wavy line, which fine, I'll know what angle it finishes at for a straight line, and then add in a join somewhere. Here I had the joins pretty much at the corners. I considered putting the joins in the middle of the lines. Not sure. But today I've made some good progress. I had a thought, let's give up on doing it exactly. I'll just try and draw the shape in Inkscape and slice it up. I now know how to do slicing in Inkscape, so if I can at least make outlines of the shapes I want, I can either extrude those in 3D, or I can laser cut them and stack things up on top of each other. So here's my Spectre monotile. That's the shape that I want, and I have had a look at how you cut it up, and I realized that the edges are all the same, so I want to have the same shape for the edges. It's just the corners that are different. So this grey thing here, that's straight, I need 14 of those. And then how many different kinds of corner are there? Well, there are right angles, there are convex and concave right angles. Where's the other kind of right angle? This one, where the pointy bit's on the inside and there where the pointy bit is on the outside. Then there are 120-degree joins, and there are two kinds of those. There's this one where the pointy bit's on the inside, where the pointy bit's on the outside as well. And then finally there's this one straight bit for those two edges that sort of join together parallel. So those are the bits I need. I've worked out. So I need, let's have a look, 14 straight bits, and then 4 of this right angle, 5 of that thing, 2 of that, 2 of that, and 1 of that. And those add up to 14. So I'm happy that I've counted those correctly. So what I've done, if I'll zoom in a bit more, is I've tried to make kind of a dovetail joint across all the pieces. So going around clockwise, it'll go innie, outie, innie, outie. So that should work. And in order to test that I've actually done that right and I haven't introduced some mad inaccuracy here, because I sort of did this using Inkscape's snapping tools. I'm now quite adept with using guidelines and rotating things, fixed amounts. It helps that the angles are all sort of multiples of 15 degrees. So here's the thing assembled out of all those pieces. So yeah, it looks like it fits nicely. So I started somewhere around this one and sort of tracked around, and I thought, well, if I've got things wrong and inaccurate, then eventually the error will add up to lots, and it actually all fitted together properly. So I think I've done it right. This one at the end here, there's a bit of wiggle, but when you laser cut it, we want there to be a bit of give in the whole thing. So I'm happy with that. So then I thought, well, before I get another chance to use the laser cutter, I'll just double check what I'm doing. So I'll see that these tiles actually do fit together. So I've made a patch, one of the meta tiles, I think, fit these together. And I found it interesting how the different kinds of corners fit together. Because of course, the 90-degree ones all have to go together. So you either get 4 90-degree corners here, or you get 2 of them and the straight together, where multiple pieces meet. You get lots of these nice bits where this is sort of spooning each other. That's nice. And somewhere else, where did I put together these ones that are 120 degrees? Those you have to have 3 of them, so exactly 1 more piece will fit in here. And I think that's interesting. I wonder if that will help us work out what needs to how things can fit together. And I thought, well, these things seem to nestle so nicely together. There they are. They're very happy to be cuddling. So that's it. Good progress. I want to have a go at maybe cutting those on the laser cutter. I'll see if I can use my 3D printer to 3D print some to a decent depth and see if those can fit together. I've also spent today working out how to do dovetail joints on the 3D printer, and my 3D printer is not very accurate, not very well calibrated, so I've lost some time trying to work out the tolerances on these things. Yeah, there we go. So I'll have a go at that. Good progress.